Hello everyone, welcome to the final episode of building Primeval Sanctuary. Now today, to finish this short building series, we will be constructing a massive Tyrannosaurus habitat with some mountains at the back and an amphitheater right here to the side. And not only that, we'll also be building a swamp enclosure with Tyrannosaurus and Therizinosaurus just to fill a bit of space near the Tyrannosaurus habitat. Right now, we are working on the path that surrounds the amphitheater, and to be honest, the path work in this area wasn't too extravagant. After all, I'm not a big fan of working with large masses of paths, so you always see me working with nice strings of them, right? I rarely build massive blocks of path nowadays. I usually just stick to nice thin lines of path that will interconnect different what are they called, exhibits and amenities. Now, to be honest, I'm not too fond of building guest sections. I'm not too good at that either, so the guest section here near the amphitheater won't be too much. It'll really just be a couple amenities, a restroom, not too much, but we'll forget about that for now, because right now we are working on the fencing and the viewing galleries. Now, I have to talk about the way I did the enclosure. I'm quite proud of my thinking when it comes to how the enclosure was built, because I tried to make the enclosure look much bigger than it seemed by adding some mountains at the back, and near the mountains there'd be some invisible fencing just so that the Tyrannosaurus won't run off. But due to the invisible, it's hard to explain, but you'll see what I'm talking about, right? Because there'll be two Tyrannosaurs at the back, two at the front, and whatever. Once again, it's hard to explain. It's incredibly difficult to explain, but you will see what I'm talking about once the final build is complete. Right now, I'm working on the invisible fencing, just like I talked about earlier. Had a bit of trouble with it, didn't really know how to place it, but eventually I figured it out. Right now, we're working on some mountains, like I said earlier, and these mountains will once again house two Tyrannosaurs with the Dominion Biosyn skin. Not Dominion Biosyn, the 65 million years ago skin, which is personally one of my favorite variations of the T-Rex. I also quite like the Rexy skin, but I decided to do something different. I'm not sure, but I do think the 65 million years ago one is smaller. I don't know. I think it might be, but I might just be going crazy. Right now, as I always do, I work on terrain paints right after I do terrain, just so we get some nice little extra stuff. And we are working on some foliage with some some rocks on the mountains, just to give it some more realism. Because once again, I keep saying this in every single episode, but nothing is complete in a park if the park isn't complete without rocks. Even an enclosure isn't complete without rocks, because rocks really elevate enclosures to make it look so much more realistic and all that stuff. Also with these alpine trees, I figured that since it's pretty high up this mountain, it'll be a tiny bit colder, so I switched the tree set I used from tropical to some alpine and taiga stuff, because they're quite tall, they're quite they look like pine trees, and I usually associate pine trees and like Christmas trees with colder climates. It might be wrong when it comes to what they call like the study of plants, botany, right? I don't know if plants are taller in colder regions, but I just that's my thinking process. Yeah, there's not much to talk about really. It's just me placing a bunch of plants. I'm just trying to, buy some time for me. I don't even know what I'm doing. Something's low health. I don't know. It was the Dimetrodon. It almost died. Well, no, it did die, and I had to replace it, which was kind of a pain. But now, let's get back to the exciting stuff. We are working on some water things, right? And this water, I tried to make this feel like it was this grand enclosure, and I felt like this massive pond of water helped me invoke that feeling, because it just feels more grand that way, right? There's no scarcity of water in this area, so you know that this is pretty much a kingdom, right? Anything would love to live here, because there's water everywhere, all right? And water is a beneficial source of life, all right? Without water, nothing can live. So I figured, hey, the more water the better, right? A T-Rex is the king of the dinosaurs. It's gonna need a lot of water. It just needs this luxurious pond here. which would I don't know, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But once again, we are working on the trees because it just makes it a bit more realistic. I'm using the tiger here just to fit what the tree set was in the mountains. And if you didn't notice, I placed some ornamental shrubbery right at the edge of the water just to give it that more what's it called, realistic feel, make it feel more tropical, even though the majority of the foliage is taiga, with the addition of forest, tropical forest right at the back. And I don't know why I didn't cut out this much in the editing, but whatever. Now we're working on the decorations. We start off with a Jurassic Park gate to welcome our guests to this area, and after that we work on some planters and some multi-wall pieces to, what's it called, to no, my English, no, not again, whatever. We're working on some signage now near the gate, and now we are working once again on the planters just to border the path, just in case any guests try to run off, because, you know, sometimes people are stupid and they decide to run off into dinosaur enclosures. I don't know why they do that, but, you know, stupidity, I guess. But whatever, I don't know, I did a very bad job in editing here. I don't know why I didn't cut out this, like, I should have cut this out, man. It's just me placing a bunch of stuff. Listen, I don't even, just hurry up. Thank you. Okay, finally, something new. Working on this weird area here with a Tyrannosaurus statue, just so we can figure out that this is a Tyrannosaur place, because, you know, there's a massive T.rex skeleton right there, so of course there's gonna be a T.rex here. See, I'm going crazy, man. My editing is making me go crazy, man. I need help, someone, please. I need help. Yeah, I'm going insane. I can't be bothered to cut this out, but whatever. This place is cool, I guess. I like this thing here. Finally, we're working on the swamping thing. I've exhausted my extent of English, and it's my primary language. That's how you know I messed up. This isn't good. This is not good. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know what to talk about anymore, man. This is just the Tyrannosaurus and Therizinosaurus enclosure, and I'll tell you what, I mainly used ginkgo for the enclosure. You normally don't see me use ginkgo because I find ginkgo quite, it's not dense enough, but I figured out that the lack of density inside of the ginkgo was actually kind of a good thing, because the tropical trees made it a bit hard to see into the enclosure. So after I placed the tropical, I changed it to ginkgo, changed a bunch of it to ginkgo just so we can see a bit more through it, because with ginkgo you can like see over the top of it, right? But with tropical, it's pretty much all blocked out by the trees. So that's why I switched it. Once again, oh no, I'm placing the borders again. Oh, please help me, man. This is why I need help. Okay, I'm going insane, chat. Help me, please. Help me. Help me. Help me. I can't wait for JWE3, man. Please. Bro, by the time I'm finished with this video, JWE3 will be out, bro. By the time the speed build is finished. It's taking so long. What is this? Let's see, I'm going insane. It'll take so long for me to recover from this brain damage that Jurassic World Evolution 6 will come out, bro. This is how bad my editing is. It's nothing special to talk about. It's nothing special. Nothing special. This is, for the new viewers here, they're probably very confused, man. Like, who is this insane dude talking about how weird? I don't even know what I'm talking about, man. But whatever. I'm working on this another area featuring another what was it? The dinosaur din thing, the din statue of the Tyrannosaur, like right there with the baby Tyrannosaurus. And there's some more water stuff now, and I shift it and I place more water. See, listen, I'm going insane, man. I can't make videos longer than 5 minutes, because once the video is longer than 5 minutes, I go absolutely crazy. And yeah, see you guys in the outro, I guess. First of all, I love the way I've built these mountains in the back. Although technically they aren't part of the enclosure, the placement of the invisible fencing sure makes the enclosure look far bigger than it actually is. This swamp enclosure to the side is probably my best swamp enclosure yet. I've decided to use the ginkgo trees instead of the forest trees, since the ginkgo allows you to see through it more easily. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching until the very end of the final speed build episode of Primeval Sanctuary. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe as I work on the final showcase of the park. Have a great day, and see you next time.